see if I fuck this up
Nah.
or
You know,
fuck it up worse.
you know the camera's going right now, right? We still see all this.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right. I'm saying. You
Blooper
ready?
reel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Real People Off the Record. We're in the building today, as usual, with my boy Tony D.
Yeah.
And we got a very special guest who's normally on the show, but also in the building in the flesh today.
Yeah.
He's very
Show.
special.
The one and only show.
It's official show.
What up? What up?
What's up?
The
About,
man, the myth, the legend.
about time you in Florida, man.
Hey, had to come out here, do some things.
Thanks.
I had to make sure I caught a flight early so that way I could do this with y'all.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes.
Now, I've been trying to figure out what our next steps are to, curate this show that as we have it now. I know we're doing so great right now, but I want to kick it up a notch. How would we do that? How do you think?
Kick it up a notch.
Let's kick it up a notch. Like, bam.
If all these artists stop trying to get a bag to do an interview,
Well,
I mean,
can't help that.
Everybody wants their bag, everybody wants their money, but I think that we've only been together for 3 months now.
Yep. And together now.
And if you check the views and you check everything, it's popping.
We're growing exponentially, very
people are
quickly.
downloading it. Yeah,
We're pretty ahead of schedule, honestly. I've seen other podcasts start out and they're not even breaking 1,000 views or anything like that on YouTube, and I'm surprised where we are now.
We're also getting downloaded on all social media platforms. Of course, there's Apple Music, and Spotify, and
iHeart,
and all that. So we get
Spreaker, Podbean, you name it, we're on it. So wherever you take your podcast, that's where you get to listen to it because we are everywhere, and we will actually be going on to more platforms coming in the next couple of months as well. Be sure to look out for that. I'm definitely looking into different avenues to distribute our podcasts to get more of a reach and hopefully sponsors. Sponsors, please reach out and let us know what we can do for you.
And thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
But I think the thing is maybe doing a concert or a comedy show or a party of some sort to get a group of people together to understand what we're doing and how we're doing it and maybe reach more people.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep. So, I think we should get some prospective artists with a decent following to do a couple shows, maybe one headliner. Do something like that, or maybe multiple, or however we see fit to do it. I think that's a good avenue that we could take to, take it to another level, because I think that will help out a great deal by putting our banner up on a large scale and doing it that way. I think that'll help us do that.
I think that is the wave. Now, the question to you and to Jay and to the people is who?
That is very interesting. Now, I would like to see, and it doesn't have to be rap. It could be, other like R&B artists. Could be a singer or somebody that integrates in that well into our culture and the culture that we hold dear to us, that we've been following and living by our entire lives. But rap is probably going to get us a pretty good nudge in the right direction. Who, for that matter, is someone that not necessarily headlines, but not necessarily opens. Who do you think would be a good mid-tier that's ready to take that next step?
Well, that was a rhetorical question for you. I was asking.
That's why I didn't really.
People,
that's why I really didn't answer it.
Mainly talking.
Did I really say? Did I really answer it? I did not. I think it's just somebody that's really that is able to, take their reach to the next level as well, because we want to grow with them, and I think that's another aspect that we can possibly take.
I agree 1,000%.
Yep.
Jay, what do you think?
All right, hear me out.
Why does it always begin something when you know something so outlandish is going to come out of his mouth?
Underground Fight Club.
I thought we don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, but
How do you get the word out if you can't talk about it?
we don't talk about it. We just do it, film it, and don't talk about it.
Okay, but how I don't see any.
Just a concept. Just a concept.
I don't see how that
honestly,
correlates.
how we could take it to the next level. Are we still talking about the show, or are we going back to the next level? Because it felt like you didn't want me to answer that.
What?
Nah,
I think that's the same conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were gonna do a show, you know, it's tough to say who would bring out a decent enough crowd. I would probably say I would want to keep it in house. You know what I mean? Like if we were gonna do a show in Florida, probably keep it in house. Bring somebody from Florida in, maybe Rod Wave. I don't know, and then somebody open up for him. I feel like he would draw a decent crowd.
Yeah,
he's from St. Pete, holds it down.
Yeah, but also you have to think that we don't have to stay local because we're on the internet and podcast reaches very far globally.
That's true. That's true.
Very far.
Rod Wave isn't very rap. He's more like, sing song, heartbreak, which is cool. I fuck with it a lot. Mm-hmm. I would like to see Rod Wave do some more flashy shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know if we had to bring Florida. I mean, just any artist. I probably. This is tough.
Like I said, you don't want to reach too far because they're just gonna spit in our face, and at the same time, we don't want to
take the money and run.
We don't want someone to insult anybody by saying, "Oh, we're a small promotion. Let's try to do something." Like I don't want to like insult somebody for saying that they're on like Arlo. We're trying to build ourselves up,
right?
So we don't want to bring anybody down. So we have to find someone equal or someone that will work with us in helping us attain certain notoriety. So that's a question for everybody out there.
Maybe this is gonna sound crazy too, but maybe L.A. Russell. I feel like he has a big enough following on the internet. You know what I mean? And we turn around and we work with him. You know how it goes. You dip into his honeypot a little bit, take some of his followers, open up to our stuff. You know what I mean? And I think it would be a good move. And he's like a new age businessman. Like he's learning how to do all this stuff with the new social media stuff. I just like to pick his mind about all that stuff.
Or here's a thought. We reach out to all these YouTube rappers and try to put a showcase together and see, because they get paid off YouTube very well. So they wouldn't necessarily be looking for a bag from us. They're going to get their views. They're going to get a show. They're going to get like tickets portions. So I don't see how that would be negative on that, because like I said, they're going to get their views, and if they're going to be benefiting off of other artists on that showcase of their audience. I mean, there's going to be some crossover, but there's still going to be they might be able to grow their fan bases that way as well. So I think that's another opportunity that we can look into. We can reach out to some of the YouTube rappers or YouTube artists or singers or whoever.
Yeah.
Because there's a ton of them, but they got to be original, not cover artists.
I think that might can work.
Because I think everyone wins in that.
Taking it back to the old school where you're doing, like you said, a showcase.
Yeah.
And this rappers or artist A is bringing their people, artist B and C are bringing their people, and artists C and B might not, fans might not know about fans might not know about B, so forth and so on.
Yeah, and we'll stream it on everyone's channel, on each one of their channels as well as ours.
And what if we did it more like not just a concert, but more like a celebration of hip hop, where it's not just a show. Maybe we could have like something old school, like b-boy battles. We could do like DJ battles. You know what I mean? We could have all types of graffiti art battles. You know what I mean? Where it's like we're not just celebrating an artist per se. We're more celebrating the art.
Yeah.
You know?
Sky's the limit. We could do whatever we want.
That'd be tight. I feel like that would be dope.
I think we also got to look at it business wise. We got to see how much exposure we have, how much liabilities we have in that aspect, because a lot of that stuff accounts for a lot more insurance, a lot more putting on shows. I know we put on shows, but some of you guys out there don't know the costs that are involved in putting on shows, such as security, such as people taking tickets, such as setup cleaning, setup, just artist entourages, travel, hotels, staging, riders. Like there's a whole lot involved in just putting on it. You may just come buy a ticket, go to a show and see it's easy, but it's not, because there's a lot of different steps that you have to take with each individual artist as well as in each individual company that's involved. and they all have liabilities, and they all have insurance that they have to mind for, and so does the actual person putting on the show. They have to get their own insurance policies on anything that particularly happens, whether it comes to money, ticket sales, because everyone has a minimum of ticket sales to break even, and if they don't reach that, the insurance was what basically they would have to pay to break even on that, because they're not breaking even, but they would have to hit that plateau so everyone gets paid. You may not get paid because you didn't reach that ticket sales, but that's a lot of times it's for the exposure. It's not necessarily for the bag you get at the end of the show. So that's one of the things.
I think I would be down for doing that, because I think there's a lot of people that, if done properly, we could do one here in Florida.
Yep.
We could do one in Maryland.
Yep.
Where I'm at, and then of course hit New York City. We could do a couple of them, and take not the same artist, but maybe about the same artist.
Or we could look into regions.
And seeing how we can cross paths, because like I said, once you cross paths, you're growing their audience, you're growing our audience. Everybody's growing together. Make sense, right?
Yep. So I think, like I said, if we stick to like influencers and like YouTube rappers and Instagram and TikTok and all of that, and just make it a whole,
I think
collaborative.
First thing we need to do is stop calling them YouTube rappers.
Well, that's what they are. That's how they get paid. But that's how they get paid. It's like being on a label.
Are they calling themselves YouTube rappers though?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like
you
put them in a box almost.
Yeah.
They are in a box. That's how they distribute. It's their box. It's just like SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah, SoundCloud rappers were a thing. But I just remember nobody liked being called the SoundCloud rapper. That was the thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if they are.
Where else did you hear them?
I mean,
yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah. So let's just call it what it is.
But they don't like it though.
Let's just call it what it is.
YouTube rappers, hit us up.
TikTok rappers.
I mean, it may be, I mean, they may look at it negative, but they can't forget their roots and how they got their come up. Like I that's how I look at it. That's your come up. Like, are you gonna badmouth a company that you work for because they helped you come up? No, you're not gonna do that. So I don't see why YouTube rappers would be a negative connotation, personally. Because, like I said, that makes sense to me, because that's how they made their millions. That's how they made their, how they made their bag. How they sold their merch through YouTube, Google, everything like that. Like I said, so why look at it as a negative when it's probably your biggest,
but
thing about you?
Wouldn't that be the same thing as how females don't want to be called female rappers? They just want to be rappers.
Where are they rapping?
Tone is gonna mess this up before he even gets popping.
No. So where they rapping? YouTube? Is it
I don't call female. I don't say female rappers.
But I'm saying though, you don't think it's the same?
No, I don't think, because YouTube rapper is an identity. Female rappers is supposed to be as a you're a female that raps.
So how about we have YouTube versus SoundCloud versus Spotify rappers?
Yeah. I think SoundCloud and Spotify are gonna have a lot of crossover. For now, anyway. I don't know.
Some pretty decent ones blew up off of SoundCloud. Can't believe SoundCloud's like the old thing now.
It is. Well, look how like
it's fucking wild.
Do you see how it's formatted? It hasn't updated ever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, except for the ads.
Yeah. Now. Yeah. So basically, they're using those funds for nothing. They're just collecting that money, collecting that paycheck, and keeping something very
because they don't stream. I mean, they don't pay the artists through streams, right?
No.
No,
they get paid off of sales on their particular MP3s or whatever
it is.
Yeah, on their sales of music. Like Spotify, they pay for stream royalties, but that's just like 0.00000 1%.
Yeah, that's why I use
not
Tidal.
1%. It's like hundreds and thousands of a penny.
Yeah,
each listen. So to make $1, you got to do like 1,000 listens, and it's just ridiculous. And they got to listen to the whole thing.
Like 100,000 maybe for $1.
No, it's just ridiculous. Which that's it. I don't know. I can see why people do it, but people just find that as an outlet for people to hear them, and then they refer them back to like their website or something to get their merch, and because that's how a lot of people are getting their money.
You got to funnel them. You got to capture them.
Yeah. So the whole music industry is very insensitive area right now. Like for people getting with that have actual talent to get paid, because like I said, the old way of record deal and label is out to the wayside because people don't want to do that anymore. People don't want to be on the whim of a record label and getting having to owe money to the label unless they break even or above, and then they get paid additional. But other than that, it's not as lucrative as it was. Honestly, I don't think.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
do not know.
a lot easier with like major label backing to get put in the game. But if you could do it indie, like Russell, y'all know Russell, right? Yeah, he's dropped
I've
like
heard of him before.
16, 17 albums before he was like finally
Yeah.
contending with major labels. You know what I mean? Like he's doing numbers, and it's wild. But he's also fucking talented too. He makes like a lot of decent music, like really good music.
Well, but the whole thing about when people get like platinum records and stuff like that, the label buys like a lot of that. Like they self buy hundreds and hundreds of thousands of of records.
Oh, I meant Russ. By
No,
the way.
I know. Yeah,
not Russ, not L.A. Russell.
Yeah. I get it. But that's what they do to make artists hit a album like gold, platinum, bronze. They buy that, and people don't know that. People just think it's just off of flat
Fans.
record sales. Fans. Like no, that's not how that's not how it works, and that's how they base it off of like billboards too, because they look at sales. But that's not.
That's the reason why a lot of artists haven't gone platinum or gold or whatever nowadays, because they're not doing that, and a lot of people don't realize that they did that before.
Yeah.
See, I don't know how it works now with the stream system, because you could go platinum off streams and stuff too, which is crazy to me. I just don't know how it works. But
well, it also looks at if they're on a label, if they're self-promoted, they're independent, or they're just a self project. Honestly, it really depends on who's backing it, and if they're backing it themselves, they got to work a lot harder to get on those billboard lists. They got to work a lot harder to get all those sales. If you got a company, if you're on a label, you're pretty much piggybacked off of the person ahead of you, or the people behind you on the same label are piggybacked to you. So basically, they just do it that way, and they use one act to promote the other act. So that's why this whole music industry is all fucked, because they tell you who you're supposed to like, basically, not because they're good or they have talent or they're talking about anything real. They piggyback them onto another promotion. I'm not going to name any names, but I have plenty on that list that should not even be recognized, and they are, unfortunately. But that's why record labels are looked down on for their deals that they do, because they're not on the up and up, as I would say.
Yeah, they're juicing the numbers.
Yeah, and they're all doctoring it, and it's just not accurate of what's really going on. It's just
it's like if you drop something and your girl goes out and buys 500,000 copies of it.
Yep,
it's the same thing. So it's weird.
That's what 6ix9ine was talking about a few years ago.
Who?
Seriously?
Who?
Yep. That's right. That guy. That
the rainbow guy.
Yeah. The rainbow rat.
Yeah. What was he saying?
No, I think he shot it because he was contending with somebody. I think it was like, I don't know if it was Ariana Grande or whatever, or Taylor Swift or something. But he said that
they weren't even close.
They were
numbers wise.
No, I don't know what the situation was, but I remember him talking about how people were buying thousands and thousands, like hundreds of thousands of copies of their own.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he was like, I'm able to trace it back to 2 debit cards. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
did
literally
investigations.
That's literally how that industry works. That's how he got big, because that's how he got out there, because he got recognized for the album sales and not where the sales were coming from. You get more exposure when you get on those lists because they just bought on that list. Just like when you go to an award show, a lot of those awards are bought and paid for. Same thing. That's how you get more exposure. You buy to get on the higher platinums or platforms, to get on the front page of Spotify, to get on the front page of Billboard, to get on the front page of MTV. Well, I don't know if MTV does anything anymore. But just to get on the front page, that's how you get your clicks.
Yeah.
Like TMZ. Like they do something outlandish to get on TMZ for people to talk about them. Then they look them up and they find their stuff. So that's one of the other things behind media and news.
But that goes back to what we kind of opened the show with, where we're reaching out to artists and they're like, "Well, what's the budget?"
Yeah.
What do you mean, what's the budget? Like, I understand you had to pay to be in a certain space, or maybe it came out of your budget, I should say, because they didn't have to pay. The label, advanced them and they deducted it. We all know how that works. But any exposure should be good exposure. And I understand there's a bazillion podcasts out there, and you have to do your due diligence as far as who's doing what numbers and how they're moving or whatever. But you never know what somebody's listening to where you will gain a fan from. And that's the way I see it, right? Because, if somebody's never heard of me before and now, Jay's people is watching, Tone's people is watching, now they heard of me, they might like my personality, whatever. Same thing with y'all. People that I know might have heard of you, might have not heard of you or none of you. Now they like your personality, they like what you're talking about. Now you gain a fan. Not that I need fans or we need fans. I mean, we do.
Yep.
I mean, I say that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We don't want groupies. That's what we don't want. But anyway,
Sorry, what?
Tony's over there like, speak for yourself, bro.
I got content to make. Anyway.
But yeah, so like to me, it's like any exposure is good exposure. You should want to do as many as possible. And in the day of this age where you don't have to show up to a studio, you don't have to, be there live. Because remember, back in the day, it was phone calls. Everybody called into the radio. They called, hey, yeah, I got this going on. This is what I'm promoting, blah, blah, blah. You were privileged to get certain artists in the studio with you.
Yep.
Now, through Zoom, they could kind of be there, just have a strong Wi-Fi connection, a decent camera, and a decent mic. You could do the damn interview. What do you need a bag for? I understand why you want the bag, but what do you need it for?
Yeah. You're only as good as the last time you appeared in someone's screen. That's literally how this works. If you did something 15 years ago, they're out of your mind. They have no idea. Like, they know you, but what have you done lately? Right. What Janet Jackson said, what have you done for me lately? That's how this whole concept of entertainment and media is what have you done for me lately? Where are you? Where have you been? Like, that's why, that's why record sales go dry, because they're not in the limelight. They're not promoting. They're not marketing. That's why all these in the movies, they do all these interviews. They do a whole tour of a press tour of just interviews to make everyone aware. They shouldn't stop doing that because the movie's 10 years old. They can still go have interviews like, oh yeah, let's talk about that movie.
That was a good Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's literally
basically what Comic-Con is all about.
And any conventions, really.
Yeah.
It's just
because like the dude from I can't think of his name right now. The dude from The Last Dragon, Bruce Leroy, he's always at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Dude from Karate Kid, he's always at Comic-Con.
Yep.
Ralph Macchio. Like, I got a friend of mine that actually lives in Florida. He's been on The Walking Dead. He's been in his first commercial. One of his first commercials was, you remember that J.G. Wentworth commercial? Mm-hmm. It's my money and I need it now. Yeah. He was one of the first dudes to do that. But as of recent, he got booked in a Marvel movie. They just streamed it. What is it? Hawkeye. He plays one of the bros in Hawkeye, one of the Tracksuit Mafia guys.
Yeah.
He plays one of them, and he's booked all over to do freaking Comic-Cons. And I'm like, yo, what do you do there? He's like, yo, we just sell like the picture. We give him a picture, we sign it, we sell this stuff for like $5.
Yep.
They make that bread.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
Plus the person that's throwing the whole thing is paying them to be there.
Yep.
Plus you get to sell merch on top of it.
Yep.
So,
like I said, I don't see how it is a negative at any standpoint. Like that, there's so many people in the convention circuits that's all they do. They just promote old projects, and they, like I said, they sell autographs and pictures, and they deal with the nostalgia, and they work in the nostalgia factory of your mind because they're bringing shit back. Like I don't, like I said, I don't I mean, I understand
ready
it.
for
They want the money now, not long term.
You ready for the ultimate nostalgia thing? This is what I told my wife I want for Christmas. Let me paint the picture for you right now, right? You walk into a movie. You walk into a banquet hall. You sit down, you have a 3-course meal, right?
Okay.
You get a movie that's 40 years old. And then somebody walks in and it's Al Pacino and you watch a Scarface with him. How much is that worth to you?
I'd rather watch Any Given Sunday with him, but yeah.
Yeah, put Carlitos way on now. I love Scarface.
I think it's $540 in Miami in December 9th, I think it is, or December 10th. You can watch Scarface with Al Pacino on a big screen and have dinner and everything. It's
Nice.
like a banquet hall. They have dinner, 3-course meal, whatever.
Nice.
And it's
one-on-one or just like a whole group?
Nah, the whole group sits there, and
shoot the shit.
But, yeah. But,
nice.
And then you get to watch the movie. Like he does, allegedly he's gonna be doing his rounds to all the tables. It's gonna be tables, like a banquet hall.
Yeah.
He's gonna do his rounds. You're gonna talk to him, shoot shit with him for a little bit, and then you watch the movie, which is 3 hours long still.
Yep.
And then he's gonna sit in the front, and everybody gets to like raise their hand, ask a question or whatever. I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, you don't want to get me nothing else, just give me that. I'm cool."
Yeah.
Because that to me would be dope, right?
Yeah.
Al Pacino is a living legend for sure.
He is.
And still having kids.
Shouts out to him.
He's
Wildin'.
he's doing that thing.
I don't know. He's gonna have to check that DNA.
Was it like
He's checking
17
it?
for him?
I don't
I
know.
think it's 17 for him, and I think 11 for Robert De Niro.
I mean,
And Bobby D get down like that too?
Yeah, he just announced that he was having a baby too.
I heard the dude from Frankie
Nunez.
Munez.
he's actually in the circuits too, in
He's got
the
like-
con circuits.
He's got like 15 kids or some shit like that. And they got like all different babies. I could be wrong about that. I remember.
I don't
reading
know
it
about
somewhere.
that.
You know,
No,
the internet's
that
fake.
guy's name is Nick Cannon.
Actually, I'll look Frankie Muniz up.
Oh yeah.
Munez, whatever his name is. But that is the way to get the money, because there was somebody, I'm not gonna name their names, that we had asked, and we all know, and they said, "Oh well, if you got a bag," and I'm like, "Bro, we ain't got no bag for you." 2 days later, I see somebody that I know that has a
Man, that shit is
podcast, and he's gonna have the same artist on,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, he paid him. He
Yeah.
paid him.
Yeah.
Which, shout out to you. You want to pay people to do that? All right, cool. It's not that deep for me yet, I guess, because I know once this pops, and it's going to pop. Once this pops, they're gonna wish they came on here and they had that relationship with us.
Yeah.
That's
Like
me foreseeing what's gonna happen.
yeah, I'm notating everybody that wanted to say something slick or something stupid. Request money and how much.
And they don't realize, like, just so y'all know. Forgive me.
Because
for
if we
going
get
on
big,
that rant.
I'm a shit talker.
It's not if. That's when.
But I'm still gonna
But
shit talk 'em.
This room that we're shooting this podcast from is
Temporary.
not even temporary.
This room is temporary.
This room is temporary now because we're moving to another space, but it's not even a quarter of the whole entire building of studio that we have here.
Nope.
And they don't realize you build a relationship with us, you might
Mhm.
have some other access to
Yeah.
other things that we have in other rooms of this building that we lease.
Yep.
Hopefully soon buy, so that way we pay ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it is about. It's relationships to me. So, like, I got a couple interviews coming up that people want to interview me because of things I've done. You think I'm going to say no just because I'm out the game? Nah, I'm going to go do it, but I'm going to plug our podcast.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Shit.
that's the way I got to do it. There's this chick that my wife knows. She has I think like a food show. It's like cooking hip hop or something like that.
Yeah.
So she wants to sit down and like cook while we're interviewing. Like, I guess I'm gonna cook with her or do something like that with her. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. My wife was like, you sure? I was like, just tell me when. I got it.
That
Don't worry
sounds
about
good
it.
as fuck.
Right?
I'm
Like,
hungry as hell right now too.
I smelled you. That's how hungry I know you
Yeah.
are.
You said hip hop food show. My stomach rumbled as soon as you
I
said
literally
that.
just had platanos before I got here.
I went to La Teresita. I told you I was going.
Oh yeah.
Straight off the plane. Went over there.
Is that like off the boat?
Damn.
Went over there. We sitting there eating. I'm having my plátanos. I'm having my eggs with my plancha. And this dude comes in, starts talking crazy. And he's sitting next to my wife because you've been to La Teresita before.
Like
it's countertop. Yeah. So it's not booths. It's not private.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there. And my wife is like, please don't say nothing to my husband. Please don't say nothing to my husband. But he's just talking.
Yeah.
But you knew he was on something. So. But yeah, it's like, welcome to Tampa.
Tampa's like that.
It's like, welcome to Tampa. I was like, good thing I'm from New York.
There are creatures everywhere.
Literally.
And I'm like, yo, since when did like crack and eggs go together? Like, cause it was like 8:30 in the morning, bro. Yo, like this motherfucker's gangbanging on breakfast.
For me, it seems like all the hidden gem spots, like good food spots, are always somewhere sketchy as fuck.
Yep.
Have you
but
ever been
this
to
is
Three
not
Coins?
sketchy.
What is it?
Three Coins Diner?
No.
Tampa?
No.
Oh no, I avoid going to Tampa as much as possible.
But this is y'all act like Tampa's mad far.
It's on Nebraska.
No, it's not.
For me, it is.
But,
Nebraska.
but-
That's on the other side of the world.
Yeah, it's on Nebraska. But it's safe though because it's where all the police eat lunch.
Yeah.
Well, to me, La Teresitas wasn't sketchy because it's right by Raymond James Stadium. Like, it's literally right. I don't think that's sketchy.
I mean, it's not the best area.
Coming from me, it's shout out to the Wing House girls over
Tampa,
there, the 2-floor Wing House.
You ever see those streets behind the back? That's where they all park on their grass. No, I'm talking about during football games. They sell parking spots on their own. No.
Do you know? All right, let me tell you how much of a hustler I am. Right. I'm sorry we're getting off topic of music, but we're talking about hustling. So we talked about music hustling. We talked about Comic-Con hustling. Now we're gonna talk about the ultimate hustle, Twisted Tea. I told you we need this to come through. So there's certain Twisted Teas they don't sell here in Florida, right?
Yeah, I gotta start drinking those. I hear they're good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
There's certain Twisted Teas they don't sell here in Florida, but they sell in Maryland.
Yeah. Like which ones?
Blackberry, blueberry.
Mm-hmm.
They got the one that's really from Boston, but they carried it in Maryland for a little bit. It's called Cherry Limeade.
Okay.
They got a mango colada coming out in the end of
Not
August.
sponsored, by the way. We should be.
No, we should be though. But so this is what it is. I swear up and down, I had to put it on my stories on Instagram if you see it. I'm taking them out of my luggage like I'm pulling bricks out because I had them wrapped and everything. I didn't want them to break in my luggage, bro. They sell these for, person's not watching. They sell these for $2.99 in Maryland, the different flavors.
Yeah.
I got this one from here. I'm selling them to people that ask me to bring it for $5 to $6 a can.
Yeah.
Doubling, the money. And I got about 3 cases in my hotel right now. And I'm just going. One person already sent me bread for 12 of them. She sent me $75. Quick flip.
Yeah.
I'm telling Twisted Tea.
Do they got a watermelon?
They have
I love me some watermelon.
They got pineapple, mango, peach, raspberry, the half and half, which is half lemonade, half.
That I can fuck with.
Arnold Palmer.
The original one, which is just iced tea.
Yeah.
Which would be what,
lemon flavor?
Huh?
Would it be lemon flavor?
What?
The original?
Yeah, it's just regular iced tea. Mine before this, I like the raspberry one, but now that I got a hold of the blackberry is something different. But I love me some blackberry.
I don't think I've ever had a Twisted Tea, man. I saw that dude get slapped by that joint, and I was like, I don't know if I ever want to touch one of those, bro.
When I tell you,
with a lot of power comes a lot of responsibility.
When I tell you,
they on deck, bro. You got your shit trapped out.
Going.
How much sugar is in these? Like that's gotta be.
Look, I was pulling them out. I was like, yo.
Nah, that's a fact. They need to send you a T-shirt and a hat. At the very least.
The crazy part is that I got this. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram or Facebook. If you want to follow me on Facebook, like, bro, I've been drinking Twisted Tea so long.
So not saying
they sent me a head cut out of myself.
That to the camera. I don't know if they can see it.
They sent me a head cut out of myself.
Nice.
Twisted Tea needs to sponsor us, but I tagged them and everything, so I'm waiting for that sponsorship. But I have spoken to them about sponsoring my softball team. So I already knew the people over there that do the sponsors. I just got to get them to understand that this is going to be a little different.
Yeah. True.
Because you know what could happen. We throw the concert or the showcase, and Twisted Tea winds up being our Budweiser, and they the head main sponsor of it. That's how you get it.
Yeah. True.
But they got Twisted Tea is just crazy. They got a whiskey barrel flavor. They got everything. It's crazy.
I don't know what flavor I'd like. Probably the half and half. Probably the half and half.
That whatever mango. I always fuck with some mango.
Same. Me and mango have a love-hate relationship.
No. Well, I got one of these mangoes from one of my clients the other day in St. Pete. He claims to have the biggest tree in St. Pete, mango tree. And in his backyard, he has a smaller one, which is still fucking huge. But I got a mango this big from this guy's fucking yard.
Wow.
That's big. And it was like, it was so big that I didn't even like slice it up. I peeled the whole shit and then I cut it.
Sliced it.
Bro.
In half or?
Nah, just like, I
quarters,
cut it all off the seed and then cut it into little slices and stuff. And the best mango I've ever had.
So look, I got them all right here. So it's the original half and half peach, pineapple, then a light like a light tea flavor, which is nasty. Raspberry. Then they got blueberry, mango, blackberry. Then this is the one that's coming out, mango nada, mango lada. Then they got the sweet cherry lime, and then the big daddy of them all, the sweet tea whiskey.
Nice.
I know too much about Twisted Tea. Yeah. I need to cut this check already.
Yep. So I think a showcase would be good. Just to get other banners up there and other co-sponsors of the show.
Right on the beach.
I think we're reaching on that one, but
yeah. He knows exactly where I'm talking about. That's why I'm not even looking at him.
It does get hot on the beach.
That's why I'm not even gonna look at him. He knows exactly where I want to do this.
Real hot on the beach.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with exactly where he. What
Janice Live is a dope location too. I don't know if y'all have ever been. St. Pete.
Yep.
Where?
Janice Live.
Isn't that right across from the Ray Stadium?
I think so. It's somewhere downtown. I think. I can't remember. I saw J. Cole perform there years ago before he was doing stadiums and shit.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was dope, bro. It was weird because it was like a venue stacked in the middle of like apartment buildings. So it was like people could look out of their fucking windows or on their. I think there was fire escapes maybe.
Yeah.
It was weird because it's like almost reminded me of like New York when I was in the venue, because it was like so packed and people were like literally watching J. Cole perform from their fucking windows in their house. I was like, that's dope. That shit was clean.
Yeah.
So we touched upon it a little bit during the show. Like, we are moving studios. That is in the works. Within the next 11 days, we should be in the new studio. Not next show, but the show after will probably be in the new studio. Studio. And
it's a Mario.
It's a lot bigger space. This one is quite a bit as well. But the new space is almost double. So we got a lot of plans in the works right now. We got a lot of opportunities to stretch our capabilities into a headspace where sky's the limit at that point.
Well, if it's like the one here outside the photo studio that we got here, it's gonna be that open, right?
I'll have. There's actually two of those.
That's what I'm saying. So it's an open space. Man, we could do the showcase right in house.
Yeah.
Honestly, put a little stage.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
To start off, you don't think so?
No. Just where it's located and how it's set up and parking.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to do that.
Parking is always.
Yep.
A B word.
Yep. And noise ordinances in that particular neighborhood.
That's what I was going to ask.
I'm saying though, the Fight Club, we could definitely do it in the new studio.
Do you have some beef to get out? Do you have something like?
Nah, man.
You refer to this Fight Club. You feel like do you have some anger that you need to work on?
I just feel like there's an open market in St. Pete where we could just have a bunch of people come whoop each other's asses and capitalize on it.
Mm-hmm.
If they're doing it in Vegas, they're doing it everywhere. Nobody's doing it in St. Pete.
How do you know that they're doing it in Vegas? They're not supposed to talk about it.
I mean, it's boxing. But we just gonna call it Fight Club. Underground
need to
Fight
have
Club.
the boxing match of all radio DJs in the Central Florida and Tampa, St. Pete area.
No, but seriously, a hip hop celebration showcase would be dope as fuck.
Yeah.
With or without the Fight Club.
I think you need to join a gym, like a boxing gym.
Nah, yeah, for real. I've been dying to get back into a boxing gym, man. It's been a minute.
There's a couple around here.
Yeah, right where I stay is one like 5 minutes down the street. I know the motherfuckers be working in there too, just because it's so hood.
Mm-hmm.
Them hood boxing gyms.
And I said something fucked up. Like, you don't think that's fucked up?
Nah, I didn't say they were like hungry or anything like that. I just said they working. I prefer my boxing gym. I used to go to the Hurricane Sammy gym out in Tampa, and before he passed away, I think they killed him in Puerto Rico, right?
I don't even know.
Is it Hurricane Sammy? Oh fuck, some legend. I think
you're talking about
Hurricane. Anyways, I went to his gym, and there was no AC. It was like a garage bay that they converted into a gym, and it was dope. There was no AC. Everything was run down. Everything looked like if you stepped on something wrong, you're gonna need a tetanus shot. You know what I mean? But it was tight. You went there, you put the work in, you were sweating as soon as you walked in.
Well, yeah, because there was no AC.
Yeah, and the black mold.
Surprised you didn't die. That fucking heat, man. I don't know how places get away with no AC. They gotta have some great circulation in that motherfucker.
No, everything's open. It's like garage bay doors. Everything was just open, but it was so hot. It was just stagnant air some days. You know what I mean? And I remember the funniest thing. There was a rope, and I went to go climb it. He's like, "You got to use only your hands." And I'm like, "What if I make it to the top?" He said, "If you make it to the top with only your hands, you're gonna be the champion."
Needless to say, he didn't make it.
I didn't even make it a quarter of the way. Damn.
Did you expect to?
I was hoping to.
Hope is different.
I didn't stick around that gym very long, though. I ended up going to another gym because Hurricane Sammy went to Puerto Rico and got killed.
I was gonna say because you couldn't make it up the rope.
I hope I'm saying his name right. Let me Google it.
Oh man.
So what y'all think about this whole Usher, Keke Palmer, her man coming out saying that she's a mom, she shouldn't dress like that?
Who's her man again?
Exactly.
That was my point.
Yeah,
Keke Palmer's fine.
Super fine.
Yeah. So
I agree.
I mean, let her do her.
To me, it's if you trust your girl,
who cares?
What's the problem?
Yeah, that's my point exactly.
And like you alluded, and well, kind of just you said, he's nobody. So if you're a nobody,
he's a beta.
Say nobody.
He's a beta too.
But if you're a nobody and your girl is a somebody or a big star,
mm-hmm.
you know you're gonna catch heat somewhere somehow because somebody is gonna be trying to Trey Songz your girl and steal your girl because they're gonna be like, oh, who is he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be confident in yourself to do that.
Exactly. But I mean, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna say I said beta, but he's just not in the same class. Honestly, I mean, they fell in love actually during COVID. That's when they had the baby. And I mean, good for him. He took advantage of that. I'm not saying her. I'm saying of the situation that he was in. Because she probably wasn't working because of COVID, because California was locked down. So was New York. And so was a lot of the Northeast and other states. So other than Florida.
Yeah, big cities.
Yeah. So they were shut down. So, he felt like he was in the same class because she wasn't doing right now.
She was working.
Yeah. Right now, just who she was when y'all got together. You know exactly what she was about. Like, she's not cheating on you. She's just living her life.
I don't see a problem.
She was at a show.
I know you got a girl. Would you have a problem?
See, I'm not the jealous type.
Me either. Would you have a problem if your girl went girls' night, Las Vegas, Usher pulls up on stage and he's singing to her and she's dancing with him? Would it bother you?
I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and act like and be like,
well,
Usher,
it was a lot of that was in the outfit she was wearing too, because her ass cheeks were out.
Yeah, but I mean,
who was that again? That was
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer, man. Yeah, but hey, let her live her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that serious.
But that's what I'm saying. If it was your girl, would you have a problem?
It wasn't serious.
I mean,
now if you took her backstage and railed her, that's a different story.
That's what I'm saying. It's the context of it. Like,
yeah.
Maybe it was something deeper than that. But for what I've seen, for face value, I don't think it was that serious at all.
And then to me, as being a married man, to me, even if my wife was Keke Palmer or whoever, and I felt some sort of way about it, I'm not putting it on Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk
absolutely.
to her like, yo, why would you do that to me?
As soon as
You know what I mean?
dudes see a kink in your armor in your relationship, they will capitalize and clown the shit out of you for it.
Yeah, I agree.
As soon as they see that weakness, that ain't it. That ain't it. Because Kiki saw that too, and now she's getting a lot of DMs in her ear and DMs like, oh,
he just should have stayed off the internet with it.
Yeah,
you know, family shit is family shit.
I agree.
Put it to the side. Look, hey, I ain't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, and you keep that in house, like with your girl, like you know what?
Just more so,
But in the same token, it helped Usher and it killed Usher's show. It helped Usher because now people are like, Usher's still in Vegas. Right?
And I guarantee you, a lot of his shows got sold out after. I mean, if they weren't already.
At the residency?
And a lot of but a lot of shows got killed by celebrities because the next couple of shows, it was like Sweetie. She's a rapper, right? Sweetie.
Yeah.
She went where her man and Usher was walking by. She jumped out of her seat and sat in her man's lap. Like, nah, you're not singing to me like that. Like, so it's messing up the flow of him doing that, which is supposed to be an experience. And if you're a celebrity and you're in the building, I'm pretty sure he'd rather do that with you knowing that nothing's gonna happen.
Yep.
Than
just some a random
Jenny from the block chick that's like, oh, so after this we gonna be something, because that's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it like hurt, but helped him in the same token.
Or get him on that group tip in the back.
Correct.
Usher was known for that.
And then he's gonna have another song, "Burn Again."
Let it burn.
Penicillin in the
Let it burn again.
Hey. But that's just ridiculous. Like I said, men just be men.
Did y'all hear about the Adam 22 thing?
Yeah.
Adam 22. Oh, the dude.
Yeah. So he's like married to a porn star, right? She's been doing porn long before that.
He's a porn star.
Yeah. Well, they only did porn exclusively together.
Except she did
girl
porn.
Stuff.
She did girl porn.
Yes. Well, I think they had a podcast and they started like a porn podcast, and they would start smashing the guests after the show.
Yeah.
Some shit like
during
that.
the show. Well, that's a whole that's their thing.
Which is fucking nuts to me.
Why?
But anyways, it's just a wild lifestyle. Like I couldn't imagine. That's all. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just nuts to me. But anyways, nuts and butts. Anyways, now see the issue that everybody's making on the internet, and I just want to see how y'all feel about it, because I personally don't think it's a big deal, is that they recently got married and then she did a scene with another man, like solely exclusively.
Yeah.
And now everybody's clowning him. To me, it's like he knew what she was when he married her.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's her job.
Yeah. It's like I wouldn't. Exactly. That's how I felt about it. But I just thought it was funny.
Again, there's more context to that. So they're both porn stars. They all did it together exclusively, and then she would do girl on girl porn without him.
Yeah.
Now, homeboy that did it was a black dude.
Yep.
It was the first time she ever had sex with a black guy. And when podcast got wind of it, he was asked, do you think you pleasured her more than her man? And he said, of course. So he stirred it up. He stirred it up. Yeah, he goes, she's not into me the way she's into him. He goes, but I did what I had to do. Whatever. So that's what stirred the pot. Now Antonio Brown comes in and goes, I got next, because I could do it better than him.
Oh my God, Antonio Brown be wilding.
For what?
He's in Tampa right now.
Yeah, no, he was just working. So you remember Cito?
Yeah, he was with Cito. Yeah, I see him all the time on his feeds right now.
Yeah, he goes to the studio, the same studio I'm at. Well, I haven't been there in a while, but he's always in there, wilding out.
Yep, AB. But I mean,
I gotta talk with that man. Like, why you had to say that about Tom's wife, bro? Fuck the whole season up, bro.
But that whole situation, I mean, they're in porn. Like, what do you?
Yeah, that's what I was. That's how I thought it was. Like,
I'm not saying they're less people, but that's literally what they do. Like, there's a difference between when, like, he would have threesomes with another female with his wife. So, her sleeping with a dude. I mean, it wasn't behind his back or anything. It wasn't like it was all acting.
Yeah, it was a job.
Yeah, and they probably made a bag off that too.
Probably still making a bag off.
Yeah, off resales.
Yeah.
So I don't. I honestly, I think I call it a non-issue. Honestly.
And now they're gonna make more of it back because now everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be looking for their porn that they do together, or if she has an OnlyFans with him.
Yep.
That's about to pop off because now everybody wants to see.
All these current porn stars have OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like as all of them. Should. Might as well capitalize it.
And accounts on Pornhub, they make their money on that too.
It's like being an indie rapper, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like SoundCloud rappers, it's like
it
now
is.
you got.
Hey, I thought we were gonna call them SoundCloud rappers.
now we got OnlyFans porn stars.
I'm gonna start a.
Is that the reason for OnlyFans?
What?
Well,
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was actually started to sell OnlyFans.
No.
People start selling ass.
It was supposed to be for exclusive content only. That's where it was supposed to be for. Like, if you had a stand-up special that you didn't want, sold out there, but you didn't have a Netflix deal, you could throw it on OnlyFans and people could see your stand-up special for one flat rate or whatever. But I'm about to come up with my own site
I already have
for girls that can't cook. We're gonna call it OnlyPans.
That's good for girls that can't cook.
Yeah,
that should be
to help them cook.
Yeah.
No,
we're gonna call it OnlyPans.
I don't think girls are gonna join that, especially this generation. No.
When do we get
girls in a generation don't want to cook?
When do we get in a generation where a chick can roll a blunt really well but can't fry an egg?
You know what? Some part of me is kind of okay with that. If she could roll that nice and tight.
I'll fry the eggs, honey.
Yeah, or I'll just get the maid, or bring another girl in and just have her do it.
I actually enjoy cooking. I wish I had more time.
I don't have time for that shit.
I used to enjoy cooking until I married a chef.
Now you can't compete, right? You realize, like, damn, I gotta step my shit up.
One of the first dishes I ever made, my wife, and she's in the other room, just in case y'all think I'm talking behind her back. Pretty sure she could hear me. I made her. I thought I was throwing down.
Nah.
Homemade meatballs, pasta,
balls.
Yo, she ate it and she was like, "All right." Of course,
she said,
"Years later, trash." Years later, I was like, "Babe, make you the homemade meatballs." I haven't. She was like, "Yeah, as long as you don't make it like last time." I was like, "Whoa." She was like, "They were a little dry. Didn't have enough seasoning on it. Why didn't you put seasoning in the pasta in the pasta sauce?" I'm like, "Cause I got it out of the can." She was like, "You still got to add seasoning to it." I was like, "You know what? Never again."
So you cooked it like a white chick cooks chicken?
No, I put seasoning on it. But she was like, "They were dry. They were this, they were that." I'm like, "Bro." But my wife can cook. My wife went to
salt and pepper is not seasoning.
Cook. My wife went to culinary school for like French studies or something like that. She can cook her ass.
What do white chicks put in potato salad again?
Raisins.
Oh, what the fuck! I hear that like on Wall Out all the time.
And you don't want to be white when you hear that, huh?
It's hilarious.
I can't even remember the last time I had a raisin, to be honest.
Yeah, I see kids with them, like the little Sun-Maid boxes, those that you put in this.
I don't think I've ever had
lunchbox.
a raisin. Ever.
No.
Really? I mean,
unless you want to call a live raisin a grape, then yeah, I've had a grape before.
Yeah, totally different.
So I'm saying
sun-dried.
Grapes are so good. Like, why would you dry it out? It's just.
Raisins are actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. But
you ever had raisin bread?
But like.
You notice the white boy on the show that said raisins are good, right?
Raisin bread.
Just saying.
Raisin bread.
I don't think I've ever had raisin bread.
But you had cornbread, right?
I've had raisins.
All right. With that being said, we are logging out because this is just.
Hey, cornbread is good. Goddammit.
It is. I'm not fighting it. I'm just saying.
I'll try raisin bread.
I'm saying, are you living the stereotype, or am I? Like,
I think we might both be fitting.
I'm not. I'm Kermit the Frog sipping my tea.
Tell me more about those plátanos.
Hey, I'm not Dominican, but I had those this morning too.
I love me some plátanos.
You know what I did make for my wife though?
Oof.
Plátano burger. Where I make the plátanos, the bun.
Yep.
And I put a burger in between it.
Mm-hmm.
With an egg on it. Now I've said burger. You know when I knew I was in trouble with my wife for cooking? She made me a lobster burger.
That's
like
wild.
a homemade burger.
That's
and I was
wild.
like, "Oh, make it like I want a burger, but something special." She made me a homemade burger.
Yep.
She made
put
it
the
special
cheese,
she could.
put the cheese inside so it melted from the inside out.
Yep.
and then threw a piece of lobster on it with an egg, and then put the bun on it. That shit was like as big as this Twisted Tea can. I was like, babe, what do you want me to do with this?
That shit is like something you see in Scooby Doo.
Raggy?
And then another time I knew that I was in trouble with my wife was I was just like, she was like, hey, you want some ice cream? I was just like, yeah. She goes, all right. She goes into the kitchen. All of a sudden I hear ying, 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 ying. I'm like,
she in the
what
bedroom?
the hell is she doing?
I didn't hear a no.
I just said she was in the kitchen.
I mean,
I'm like, babe, what you doing? She's like, oh, making my own whipped cream. I was like, what? You can't just buy this? My wife makes her own barbecue sauce, her own hot sauce, her own sauces, teriyaki sauce. She puts it down, man. Shout out to my wife, by the way. She also got 2-level steps promotion. So I told you I was gonna write my book, How to Bag a Six-Figure Chick. We got a couple more steps to go, and then I'm gonna write the sequel to my book, How to Bag a $250,000 Chick. Be on the lookout, fellas. I got y'all.
I'll do the audible.
Everybody thinks I'm joking when I say I want to.
I wasn't joking when I said I'd do the audible.
and I'm gonna say this. And this
I'm a voiceover actor. I'm gonna say this. Couldn't tell.
I'm gonna say this, and Tone, I need you to send me this clip just so that way I can actually put it out there. People think I'm joking when I say I want to write a book on how to bag a six-figure chick, and it's not because I bagged a six-figure chick, and it's not because I'm about to be, she's about to be a $250,000 chick a year at her job. It's about understanding what you want as a grown man and putting your childish ways to the side and understanding that if you believe in a chick the way you should and you treat a chick the way you should and not go off of what your boys think or go off of, whatever. Like, go with what you like.
Yep.
I've always liked, thick women. That's been my thing since I could fucking remember.
Yep.
And everybody in school be like, yo, you always fucking with the fat bitch. I'm like, nah, that's what I like. What do you want? I remember with some chick and her pelvic bone was on. I'm like, bro, that hurts.
Shit, I was so skinny. I was having sex with this girl. We almost made a fire.
I literally, I'm trying to jump, right? But I remember this chick. She was not a chubby chick, but she was like, like average chick. You know what I'm saying? Like a chick that's not thick, but not a chick that's skinny.
Yep.
And she went on this health kick, got a 6-pack. I was like, yo, I'm done. She was like, why? I was like, cause I can't. And she was like, why? I'm like, yo, I wanna lay down on like a pillow, not a rock. And I literally broke up with this chick because she had a 6-pack.
Yeah.
I couldn't no more.
Yeah.
That's racist. No.
How is that racist? I broke up with a chick because she cut her hair. We can't go to the same barber. Sorry.
I'm okay with it. I think, I like girls with short hair. I like girls that if she wants to buzz it, she wants to Britney Spears her shit.
Really?
Go for it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, if I find you attractive on the inside, I don't give a damn what you do. You can do no makeup. You can shave your head, shave your eyebrows. You gotta shave your armpits because I can't deal with hair.
That was kind of where I was going when I was saying writing a book is get what you like.
Yep.
Don't let other influences. Like, I know some dudes that don't bring their girl around because they're ashamed of what their girl looks like.
That's ridiculous.
But they're cool with their girl at home, but they don't bring her out in public.
Ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how are you gonna be? Well, you can be faithful to a chick like that, but how can you live with yourself as a person doing something like that? Because and then you got the chicks that's comfortable being in 4 walls. Dude, she's never seen outside, never met his friends, never met nothing.
It's like blink twice if you need help.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. When I literally want to I literally want to write a book on how to bag a 6-figure chick, and it's not going to be a long book. It's just mansplaining to men, like, bro, you don't have to go with what society is. Go with what you like. And that's a PSA to everybody. Where I'll even take it a step further. If you gay, be gay. Mm-hmm. It's fine to be gay. Mm-hmm. I got friends that are gay in jail.
You're in Florida, right? It's very Republican.
Whatever. Y'all didn't catch the joke. I said I got friends that are gay in jail.
That's not. Why is that a joke?
Hey,
Jay's face is like, wait.
What I heard somebody say so foul shit. What they say? They said if it's in jail, it ain't gay.
I'm
like, nah, it's gay, bro.
But
it's gay, bro.
but so what? Like,
I'm just
let them do
saying,
them.
like,
Like,
so
I
what
don't
exactly?
do what
live
you
your
gotta
life.
do.
Yeah, if you like it,
If
you like
it. Like it. If you, bro, I remember when I used to smoke, I was sitting down smoking with this dude, and we had 2 separate blunts. Just to be clear, and I'll tell y'all why we.
Sounds
had
like
2
the
separate
story's
blunts.
going another direction.
No, I'm gonna tell you why we had 2 separate blunts. He was gay.
And
I don't know where his mouth has been.
yeah, you do.
He didn't trust my mouth either, obviously. But all jokes aside, we're sitting there. You know, you have these. I don't know if Tone smokes or not, but I'm gonna say he doesn't. You still smoke. You know, you get those little feelings that you start having these wild conversations. Like, if Mickey's a mouse and Pluto's a dog, like, what is a Goofy? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you just sitting there. So I asked him, sitting there smoking with him. I said, bro, all these fine women out here, like, ass, titties, beautiful. Bruh, how, man? Homeboy took the illest tote of his blunt,
I feel like I have to edit this.
smoked out, and said, can't trust nothing that bleeds for 7 days and don't die.
Oh, I say that all the time. I literally say that every
It's
month.
like, whoa.
Every month I say
Now
that.
think about that being hot. He was like, I can't trust something that don't bleed, that bleeds for 7 days and don't die.
Truth.
But I still love women.
Oh, I do too. It doesn't mean I trust them.
I don't trust them. They're all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, y'all got a little bit of everything. Y'all got the music talk. We got what we're about to do for the next coming seasons of Real People Off the Record. Y'all got how we feel as men. You got quick conversation. I mean, I think they got a lot today.
Yeah, they did. They did. I think. I mean, we spoke about a lot. I don't know if Jay talked that much, but
Jay's been chilling.
Nah, I was absorbing it all. You
yeah,
know
he
what I'm
was.
Giggity.
With that being said,
man.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Real People Off the Record.
Twisted Tea, holla at us.
Jay just chilling. It's official show. Tone Deaf from Florida. See you.
Go Giants.
Yeah.